Hey everybody, Jeremy here with another look at Age of Wushu, and continuing on my egotistical, crazy fanboyism, whatever you want to call it, about how Age of Wushu is the greatest MMO you'll never play. This one is another short one about role-playing. What I want to get across here is that you can level and achieve everything without ever getting to a fight. And probably the only thing you can't achieve is maybe getting some of the other school skills if you're from an opposing school. I'm not sure, because I know you can buy a ton of skills too, so even those school skills might be available that way, but there might be some restricted that way. But the point is that I'm making, you can play, this game is like a living world. They call it living wuxia, W-U-X-I-A, which is referring to kung fu films like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. That very period, it's like a period piece, but fantastical. So I guess it might be equivalent to something like King Arthur. King Arthur tries to be a period movie, but it's fantastical with like the sword and the stone. But it's all about living. It's just about living this world, in-world. And it's very deep and rich, which I mentioned before. But, for instance, I want to give a breakdown. Because there's gossip quests, and there's so many different quests, but the gossip quests are, they're unmarked quests. You're not going to see a little symbol over the dude's head like this guy here. You're just not. You have to literally kind of discover them and just walk around and talk to NPCs. I don't even know if this is a person, or I think it's a person. But you just have to literally like talk to NPCs, and then one of them might just tell you something, and it might not even be the quest, but it might be a clue to go look for someone else. And then you might get a little breadcrumb trail. I know there's one in Yanyu Village you can get to, and you can talk to a shopkeeper or a guy he's like wiping off tables in the tavern, and you can talk to him, and he's like, oh, I heard so-and-so has a map to somewhere, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and you go try to talk to him, but you can't, and you find out you need to, like, you know, sweeten the pot there, and then you have to buy some like beverage that he prefers, and then you go and like you're supposed to go and like drink with him or something like that. You kind of just go roll up next to him, talk to him. I think something like give the drink to him, then drink with him, or some variation, and then like you can get like a map to a new place, and it will have like a quest, and suddenly you're on this adventure. And you're just doing this, and you know, and that's just, there's many gossip. Actually, there's a quest in here somewhere. One of these women out here has this quest. Not her, but someone somewhere. And the only clue I get is if I look in my gossip quest column was this. The only clue I have is those people who practice fighting skills are very opulent. They only wear new clothes. So, I guess I have to find, maybe nearby in this city somewhere, I have to find some people fighting with fancy clothes, or maybe people that look like they're fighters, but they have fancy clothes, and maybe showing off. Or maybe even within this building. Maybe it's this guy here, I don't know. You know, I gotta... not him, but that's how you can kind of do the questing. And the leveling system is like EVE Online, so you can buy skill books, collect skill books, or find them, and that's another fun thing. There's so many ways to attain the skills, and in this game, one of the aspects of this game is not just skills, but many different items and many different things. There's always multiple solutions to the same goal, and I love that. So a person could go get some skills by fighting all the time, go into the PvP because that's what he or she loves to do, go into the school wars, go into the script stealing event, go into the spy event, become a spy, go into the constable event. I mean, become a beggar, and it goes on and on and on. Or you could just go to the stalls and buy them. And that's sometimes what I've done. I bought my run up the wall skill and stuff. And all the skills have different levels, I mentioned before. And all the skills are also broken down into categories, which are feint, parry, and attack. And they'll be signified by a blue border on your hotbar, or a red border, or a green border. And that's a paper, rock, scissors kind of thing. So the combination of all the sets you choose from you can, the sky's the limit how you can make your guy. You can even purposely choose spells just because you like the way they look. You can quest. You can earn cultivation points. Not questing, I mean doing life skills, which is crafting. You can do what's called cultivation through not meditation, I'm getting this wrong, through team practice, there we go, which is basically like practicing Tai Chi. And here we go, here's what it is. And you can have up to 10 people if you want. You can do it by yourself, or with 2 people, 3 people, or up to 10 people. And it's really awesome to have 9 other players doing this together in a group. And then you'll each take turns, and it's like playing DDR. Follow the line, and bam, I did it. What this does now is it takes the normal skill time and points that you have cultivating, and it speeds it up. So this is sort of like a role-playing thing. You can be the Kung Fu master under the great mighty waterfall practicing, and you can up to 10 people total can all be doing this. And you're actually progressing through the game. You can kidnap people. You can ride the stagecoach. You can do all your farming and fishing. You can simply, because the economy is so complex, you can simply truly be a merchant. I'm not talking like World of Warcraft or Rift. I mean, this is like more like EVE Online. You'll slowly gain more cultivation points by fishing, doing all that stuff. That'll all be handed out to you depending on how you work and react, and how much you work each day, or not work, but how much you decide to play each day, and what you decide to experience. And eventually, you'll be leveling. I mean, my guy is, let me quit this. My guy, his main internal cultivation skill is, up to basic. We need internal. Where's my internal? Internal is up to level 20, and I've barely been fighting at all. And this is what will help me in battle if I ever choose to. So this is like a cleverly woven together role-playing game, role-playing minded game, and combat game, if you separate the two. I think, and it's all woven in so many ways, and the rabbit hole just goes down and down and down. It's truly what I think is an amazing experience that I've never seen or played before in my life. I mean, not that I've played MMOs very long, but of everything I've studied and looked into, I'm pretty enamored. I'm pretty saying I'm impressed seems to be not good enough. It doesn't seem to do it justice to say I'm impressed. I'm really, really impressed. And the flavor is incredible, and it's, even when you're on a horse, when you move back and forth, your horse will buck and like whinny, and when you're riding your horse, your guy will actually be bobbing up and down, and his arms will be like moving and stuff. So they paid attention to a really subtle detail, which is kind of cool. So you hear that whistle? Someone's calling their horse. See, that's something else you do. You actually call your horse, which is kind of neat. But that wraps it up for now. So I just want to talk about that. It bleeds into kidnapping and playing constable and doing the escort quests, because nothing is separated in this game. Everything is it blends together, and I love that. Everything is blended together. But you can do whatever you want, whenever you want, and you're gonna progress. I mean, if you care about mechanics and stuff, and you can't even really think about this game in terms of other games like WoW and that, because it really is different it's really different to the whole MMO scene, the way like Guild Wars 2 was suddenly fresh and totally different and wild and unexpected. I mean, Guild Wars 2, people probably still can't wrap their heads around Guild Wars 2. It's so different. And that's sort of how this is. That's my mantra that I'll never stop saying, because I think it's short and sweet and accurate to say that it's sort of different in the way Guild Wars 2 is different. But I'm going to end this, keep it short. I'll come back with maybe looking at specific things deeper. But this one was talking about role-playing and how if you only care about being a role player, you can progress in this game without ever fighting. And which is funny, because the game is free-for-all open-world PvP, and it's just sick with PvP and PvP events. There's so many script-stealing wars, there's guild wars, school wars, escort fighting, and plus just open-world fighting and dueling and on and on. But a role player will have an amazing time in this game. So definitely check it out, and tell me what you think in the comments below, or if you think I'm just blowing hot air. So, alright, I'll talk to you guys later and see you in the next video.